And what do you know? We are back once again for another week of just video game knowledge and looking sexy. You got the two sexiest people in level 1 gaming here with you right now. And you've tuned in for the next episode of Cogs in the Machine, where we are on part 4 of ranking Nintendo Directs. I'm here, the floor hugger. You guys know me. And you know the sexy person too. That is to my or above me, I guess. Chakalaka, how you doing this week?
Oh, I like how I can get things going because I don't know. Whenever I said it, like ironically, it's like now it catches on. Like I think I
Mm-hmm.
might have been like the first person to refer to myself as the number one reviewer at Level One Gaming, and now it's like a fact. It's like I
That's true.
materialize these things, and now it's like, yeah, yeah, I like it. It's like we are the two sexiest people of Level One Gaming.
You know it, King. Nobody's gonna beat us anytime soon. They may try, but it's
Yeah.
me and you.
All right. So, anyways, yes, we're going to talk about the good stuff here. We're talking about Nintendo. We've been ranking them throughout the course of the year so far, and this might be the third to the last part because I think we might do two more of these and then we'll wrap because we've been averaging about uh, 2 years per part.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, I'm looking to cover 2017 and 2018. This is the dawn of the Nintendo Switch. This is basically Nintendo at its strongest. They're basically sort of clawing their way out of their grave that they dug themselves for the Wii U generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually wanted to give a little bit of analysis here before we actually go into the actual like meat and potatoes of it all. Because
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that I was noticing as we were ranking the Nintendo Directs for the years as we've been like I keep a running scoreboard of all like the scores that we've been giving them,
Mm-hmm.
and I was noticing that they started high, but then they started like dipping low, and I was noticing that they showed their cards at the beginning of the generation. Like at the very beginning of the Wii U life cycle, they were like, "We're giving you new Zelda, we're giving you new Mario Kart, we're giving you new Yoshi." We're like, they basically showed all of their cards,
Mm-hmm.
and then the whole rest of the console life cycle, they were just basically giving us new trailers or to the same games that they already announced. There were
Yep.
some surprises like Splatoon, but those were very few and far between. For the most part, they were like, we're working on Smash. We're like everything was already announced at the 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was little left to be like hyped about because everything was already just in the works and
Yes.
publicly known. So that's one of the things that I was just noticing as we were like, as I was talking about the rules about like, the five rules that we invented to make a good digital presentation. The
Mm-hmm.
fifth rule was give me the new.
Give me
You
the new
can't do
new.
that. You can't do that whenever you shown you showing your hand. You can't play nothing close to the chest.
Exactly.
So how do you
Hmm.
solve that problem? Because games, obviously, depending on how ambitious, like if you're a Breath of the Wild, you're taking 5 years to make, right?
Yes.
But like, how do you solve that problem of like drumming up marketing hype while also having something to hype something on the next press cycle?
Um, that's a good question. I think for certain companies, they can get away with not showing it until it's ready because that's what Bethesda does. And some series like Assassin's Creed, we know there's always going to be another Assassin's Creed in some form, and everybody knows Nintendo is going to come out with something. So it's just like, okay, I know this is a secret, whatever you're working on, but we know something is eventually going to come out. So I think they're fine that they don't have to like announce anything. They could just drop it next day if they really wanted to, and it would still be fine.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought just as a little curious thoughts. But for those that don't know, for those tuning in today, the rules are the cardinal rules of making a very good 10 out of 10 digital presentation for all, not just Nintendo, but for all. It's you got to be fast paced. So that's rule number one. You gotta get don't linger on one on any one thing, even how no matter how interesting it is. There's always going to be somebody who you're not targeting. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is a presentation for everyone, and everyone has different likes. So make it fast paced so that those that don't like it, they're not like tuning or
Bogged
getting
down
on
by
their
it.
phones, checking their Instagram or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
there's fast paced. Number two, justify your time. If you're going to have a 45-minute presentation, have 45 minutes worth of awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, keep it to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Next up, don't do CGI trailers. Do gameplay. Show gameplay. That's always the best. Some of the things that we noticed about Nintendo is like they were showing so many things that were so early on that they all they have were not even logos, like Times New Roman Arial font shit.
Yeah, they can't. If it's that early in the project's life, it does not need to be announced because if it dies, then it's gone. Nobody knew
Like
about
a
it.
Metroid, look at Metroid Prime 4. It had a
Ah,
restart development. All we had was a logo, right?
yeah.
So
Well, look how long it took us to see anything from Bayonetta 3 as well. So I was like,
yeah.
damn. Maybe hold your guns a little bit there.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So presentation, obviously razzle dazzle us. Do some cool cutesy things. I think Nintendo is really good at doing it. Like we gave good shout outs to the collaboration they did with Robot Chicken.
That was good.
I think cool graphics packages are like very much necessary. If you look at early on, like they improved the graphics package and their presentation, all and their editing and their
Uh huh.
transitions. They really nailed the formula down with like the voiceovers and stuff like that. So
They did.
uh, presentation is very key. I would say it's probably like the least important thing, but it's like the cherry on top. If you want to, it'll take it from a 9 to a 10. That kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Which obviously we did. We even have a perfect example about presentation. There was an E3 that was all presentation, no substance, which was like the Star Fox. The what is it? Oh my God, 20 minutes of Star Fox. But no,
Oh,
hold on. It
I'm
was
getting PTSD
the
from that.
it was the collaboration they did with the Kermit the Frog. What's the name of the
The
company?
Muppets.
The Muppets. But damn it, the something the I can't remember their names. But the name of that company,
Oh yeah, I
the
don't
Jim
remember what it
Henson,
is.
Jim
Yes.
Henson, yeah, that one, that company. I
Jesus.
think they're called the Jim Henson Group or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so that was all like flair and like cool cutesy stuff, but nothing really good to match. So it was kind of a dud.
Yeah.
So and yeah, and as the aforementioned fifth rule, give me the new. So
I
there it
need that
is.
Union. I need it.
So for this one, I am gonna go ahead and apologize here. So the first half is gonna be 2017, which I have all researched and prepped and everything on my doc. However,
Mhm.
I did not make a doc. I did not work on the doc. So 2018, I'm just gonna Google it as we go, and we're just gonna figure it out. Like I have
That's
no idea.
perfect.
This is the first time where like I don't have like cliff notes like ready to go about what's happening. So in 2018, the directs, I'm mostly gonna be reacting as I reveal it. So
You
yeah.
taking my mentality of just go with the flow. Life is too short.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a half prepped, half just wing it. So these things, especially when I was making these docs and stuff, they take a long time to script. So
They really
there
do.
it is. All right. So for the very first one, we
Hmm.
actually let me just go ahead and recap what we gave the score. So first off, let's give a wind up. The 2016 was like the driest year for Nintendo ever. The Wii U was
Hmm.
dying. There was almost no new releases except for Paper Mario because they were just trying to like put all development resources into the Switch and get that ready for launch. So all we had going into it is we had like a first look at the Nintendo Switch, which was like a 5 minute commercial that we
Hmm.
gave a 9 to. That was like a 9
That
out of 10
commercial was
because
good.
it was basically like just showing off the Switch and like the newness of it and like how
Hmm.
cool it is and like changing the marketing. And we even talked about how like the Wii U marketing was geared to kids and then you like
Switch.
started switch it up to millennials and Gen Z.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's that. And then we had a stage presentation, which wasn't even a direct. It was an actual like live press conference that they did from Japan and simulcasted it all over the world over.
Hmm.
So we saw the Switch presentation. We gave that one an 8 out of 10 too, because they were really given into the minutia of what the Switch is, with the Joy Cons, the capabilities, the price point, the release date,
Hmm.
trailers for games like Breath of the Wild, which was an amazing A1 trailer, etc., etc.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much you're caught up here to 2017. Now the Switch's first Nintendo Direct happened in April of 2017, April 12th. So
Wow.
it was 35 minutes long.
Oh my
I don't know how I feel
god.
about that. I don't know how I feel about that. But I will say, like I do again, I appreciate that they're again fancy graphics packages. I think this might have been like the first like modern Nintendo Direct. Obviously, the passing of Satoru Iwata happened, and there was a transition to find a new host, and that's how
Mhm.
we got Yoshiaki Koizumi. who stepped in to fill that role. And what was really interesting that I did like about this is I think they got rid of this format, which I don't know if I don't I'm a little 50-50 on this format. But you see right here, you see this,
Mm-hmm.
they have the headlines of what's coming up. So you can like preview what is this announcement going to be right here, like obviously this probably is maybe Monster Hunter hunting for something different, you know. Watch out for the definitive version of this sequel, you know, like so there's, you know, ooh, you know, like that's what I do like is that they preview the headlines of what's coming. So this is the first headline. We're going to go into Hey Pikmin, and then it's going to come back and it's going to tile down to the next one, and then when it tiles down to this question mark, then the thumbnail will be revealed, and you know, that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm a little bit 50-50 because, like, on the one hand, it could be spoiling the surprise, but at the same time, like, I had to do a write up for like for these Nintendo Directs for Level One Gaming, and this is a good like cool like things that come in clutch for
Mm-hmm.
like reporting stuff, right? So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think for us, see, we have such a different field where, like you were saying, that is the most friendly thing you can have, and if you don't want to see what's like whatever game you don't care about, you can just kind of like skip over it or just go on like a bathroom break. So I don't mind it, but to the general public who doesn't know or follow Nintendo stuff or only follows them for these events and stuff, it might be a bit of a like, ah, damn, I got spoiled. I was excited to just watch.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't think this format stuck around much longer. Like I thought, like this was like them reinvigorating things for me. I liked it, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I did really like it. But I don't know. I was like very 50-50 on it, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So again, like seeing this happen, like is really cool. Um, so yeah, as far as the announcements here, my notes has we have the 3DS game Bye Bye Box Boy, which is the finale for the Box Boy trilogy on the 3DS. Then we have
Mm-hmm.
Arms, a new trailer for Arms, which was revealed at the Switch presentation,
Mm-hmm.
and we also had the reveal of the new colors for Joy Cons, which are yellow to match the Arms yellow. Then we have a new trailer for Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. And then we have a trailer for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which it was about to launch later in about a week from this airing. And then we got the reveal of Minecraft for the Switch, a new trailer for Sonic Mania, and a new trailer for Splatoon 2, which are, and among other things, of course. This is not all, my notes were not all encompassing, but we can always just look at these description, which has everything right over here, which is very nifty. Like, I think about a year or two prior to this, like Nintendo was finally putting in like time codes for everything. So you can
Mm-hmm.
see on this, we got Monster Hunter Stories, which again, that was that preview for that little question mark stuff. Yokai
Mm-hmm.
Watch 2. I see Miitopia, uh, Team Kirby Clash, Fire Emblem Echoes. Yeah, so let's see. I don't see anything that really catches my attention. There's Monopoly and Rayman Legends.
Monopoly.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, this oh yeah, a standalone Nintendo Switch dock info. So yeah, I'm buying one of those. Because it's always convenient to have two docks, like one in like the living room and one in your bedroom, so you can just like,
Put
you
it
know,
down.
move
Yeah,
your Switch, yeah, and just
I
dock it
got
instead of
you.
like, you know, unset like unplugging everything and stuff like that. And
Yep.
I ended up turning my second dock into like a miniature carrying dock, because you can buy like these $15 plastic that on Amazon, and
Mm-hmm.
like you can disassemble, and it comes with instructions, like a QR code with instructions. You can disassemble your dock like an official first party dock, take the motherboard and put it in the board and just clamp it all together and screw it. And then you have a travel dock, and it's official first party because it's the official motherboard.
Well,
And
damn.
so I don't know if you know this, but there was a little bit of a mini controversy that sort of fell by the wayside when third party docks were being sold.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, third party docks were breaking switches because Nintendo was being Nintendo. And they have this thing where their board and their power supply is very variable. Like think about like how like what refresh rate is, variable refresh rate.
Hmm.
So like the amount of power it draws constantly changes. And
Oh yeah.
so that's not an industry standard.
No.
And so when somebody makes a third party dock that is industry standard, and like the power draw is supposed to fluctuate, it's trying to pull power, it ends
Hmm.
up trying to and it ends up breaking the switch because
Oh
it's
my
not getting
god.
enough of it or too much of it at times. So
Nintendo.
it's like so why would I do a miniature dock? Why would I miniaturize my own official first party dock for travel
Yeah.
purposes? Because third party docks suck.
Because Nintendo do what Nintendo want to do.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
I also enjoy that if this were but even 4 years ago, we would probably get not be able to do this show talking about Nintendo because even then they still didn't like when people talked about them showing their footage or anything. So Nintendo, you can't you crack down on everything else, but thank you for letting up for once for YouTubers. Thank you.
so
God,
I will say this, by the way, as we were talking about
those
the
little knees are
about
ugly.
these oh yeah. They're not too bad. They're not too shabby.
Oh, the guy with the weird one before that is like, okay, it's a lot to look at.
The oh look, they got like Nintendo personalities. You got we got so let me pause right there. That's you got Reggie on the left. You got uh let's see, that's Aonuma, the Zelda producer, and that's Shigeru Miyamoto, and I don't know who that is. So yeah, on the far right. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse on the screen. So yeah, left Reggie, Shigeru Miyamoto, and then Iwata. So yeah, I will say that this game did get ported to the Switch like a year or two later.
Oh wow.
It was again one of those late to the party 3DS releases. I will say like Nintendo. Okay, let me give you some like historical context. Um, at this time, the Nintendo 3DS had already had sold 70 million lifetime units. It was basically
Ooh.
the thing that was keeping the company afloat
Hmm.
from a financial perspective because the Wii U was such a colossal failure. And at this point, like a month into the Switch, or yeah, maybe even less than a month into the Switch, um, Nintendo was still hedging their bets because they did not know for sure that the Switch was going to be a runaway success that it was. So in case it was a flop, they were going to continue to ride out the 3DS. And in order to do that, you need to put out new 3DS games such as Hey Pikmin and Miitopia and stuff like that. They were going hard on new 3DS releases.
Jesus. I mean, it makes sense.
As a
And
matter of fact, they even like put out a 2DS XL, which is like, you know, like a new another SKU of the 3DS came out after the Switch was already out. It's called the new 2DS XL, which is basically like the new 3DS is kind of expensive, you know, like a new 3DS XL retailed for $200.
mm,
And then the
mm,
2DS, the regular plain Jane 2DS retail for like $80.
oof.
So so basically, you had like this iPhone of price points between $80 to $200 for 3DSs in the 3DS family of systems. And then what you wanted to do is, what if you wanted a 2DS, like because you don't like the 3D, but you don't want this cheap toy 2DS? You want
Hmm.
a Cadillac, but not pay Cadillac prices.
Yeah.
Enter the new 2DS XL, which came in at $150.
That's just too much. That's just too much. That's all I gotta say. That's too much.
No, wait. Okay, first off, iPhone pricing. They are always like, let me sell you last year's model at a discount so we can have price points at the lower range to mid budget to premium, right? Or
Hmm.
there's iPhones have this accordion of like different entry points.
That's true.
The
Yeah.
same thing with the 3DS. I mean, I don't know.
I
At
mean,
$150, you're 50% of the 3D. I'm sorry, you're 50% of the Switch.
yeah,
Think about
yeah.
that.
Then I would have just saved up that extra paper route and gotten the Switch.
Switch.
Because you can't
Uh,
tell me that in a few years, all or most of the 3DS games will not be on the Switch. I think people are crazy for that not happening.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah. So by the way, this is Bye Bye Box Boy right here. I really played I played the first Box Boy, and it was so good. Like I liked that it was a very good like fun puzzle game. Um, but yeah, so there's that. What else? Let me just skip to the I want to skip to the good, the better announcements here. So accidentally went to Splatoon 2. Let me go to okay, oh, some Zelda amiibo. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. The 30th anniversary amiibos. Yes, I have all three of these. Um of course I do.
Yeah. Like
Look,
at this
and
point,
all the amiibo came in two variants, by the way. So look at Bayonetta, Bayonetta one Bayonetta, and
mm.
Bayonetta two Bayonetta,
Oh, hey,
and then
Queen.
male and female Corrin, and then Final Fantasy VII from the PlayStation One cloud, and Final Fantasy Advent Children cloud.
Okay, this, you know what? That's actually pretty fucking cool.
I have all
Damn.
six of those. Yeah.
Damn,
Um,
that's cool.
And let's see. So there was the variants of Amiibo, and then we have Arms. Which let's take a look at this. See what they're show. Oh, by the way, look, I love that whenever like they have like the Nintendo Switch sound effect, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, very good,
Mm.
very good.
Oh, I
Very
don't like the
much
hand
a
on the top of his head. That's weird.
yeah. So that's he's like the announcer, I guess, like the voice actor of the announcer, like
Yeah,
he's just playing his role, his character. He's the in-game announcer, but for marketing purposes, they had him record these lines of him like doing a play-by-play of these and as well as like telling you about the features and stuff like that.
that's actually
Um
cool.
so yeah, this is basically the our like a really deep dive look at arms because we got a quick trailer of it during the Switch presentation, but we can see more of like a breakdown of how the mechanics works. Like there's different arms types that they're showing. Like obviously you can see the
Mm-hmm.
text heavy type. So when it comes to the arms, you can equip different arms to your characters. And you can even mix and match them. They're going to go into that. Right now, they're showing two of the same arms in each hand, but then later on be like, oh, and you can mix and match so you can make the best strategy possible. Left can be heavy and right can be like wind or whatever, like that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a game that has a lot of like a lot of a strategy towards it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's different combinations and different characters, different archetypes, different play styles. It's basically trying to give it like the like replayability and like
Yeah.
depth and stuff like that, which is very much necessary for a fighting game.
Yes.
um so yeah, and by the way, just want to throw this out there: soundtrack slaps like big time.
Oh,
So
I don't think I've ever listened to the soundtrack,
it's
but I've
like
played like 5 minutes of this one time. I was like,
it's like
ooh,
a chant. It's like a chant. It's like I'm not gonna even go for it, but it's like no, I'm not gonna try. I'd
it's
butcher it. I'd butcher it. But um, it was definitely like in. I'm a little bit of two minds of this game because I feel like Nintendo wanted to make a competitive like fighting game out of this, like make a scene, like an esports scene out of it, but
mm-hmm.
it didn't really materialize, and I'm not sure if it's Nintendo's fault or not, to tell you the truth. I think they gave it like a fair shake, especially with free DLC like fighter character updates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but something about this game, like when it came out, they were talking about it for that first week, and then after it was done, like there was no more hype about it, even with the DLC character updates. Like the only thing that's really making this right here, Min Min. The only thing that's really making it like relevant is because Min Min made it to Smash.
That's yeah. I don't even know. I mean, Arms got more Nintendo back promotion than Quake Champions got from uh oh my god, who makes Quake? But yeah,
Um,
the Quake
fuck
Champions game. It's a
yeah,
Bethesda. Is it Bethesda? Because it's on their launcher.
I believe so. Here, let me just quick. It is ID Software, Activision, Raven Software. Those are developers. Bethesda, yeah, publisher Bethesda, ID Softworks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Arms got more support try to be an esport than that game got. I think the only thing I ever saw was like a week after E3 they tried to set up a tournament and then I'm pretty sure it's still running, but I don't know who's playing it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Not sure if this game deserved better, by the way. Um, it's like I don't know. I can't really diagnose this from like because I played the game and it didn't hold my attention. By the way, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of part of that as well. Like in the sense that I didn't really think there was, I'm not gonna see myself entering like Evo playing this game.
You would
It's
look like a
and
fool.
it's not that it's kiddie because I'm not like above that. I'm just saying like something about this game doesn't. It's missing like this it factor from a viewership perspective and from like a participation perspective that just gives it that fire moments. Like how I talked about like yeah, moment 37, like that kind of stuff. Like I just don't see that ever happening in this game.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of I guess that's what it is. Like this game is not about like frame perfect timing because you see how like the arms take a while to get there. There's a lot of reaction time that you can get from it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like the game is a bit slower and yes, also there is strategy. Like even by the way, the developer of this game, like the main producer, he kicks everyone's ass. Like when you were there were some exhibitions where like the winner of a tournament got to play against him and he
Mm-hmm.
basically mopped the floor with them. Like he was just damn near unbeatable. But I don't know. It's just
You
yeah.
know what? It especially when the marketing, because they for a very long time marketed it as you use the Joy Cons and like you're actually punching. If they were, I wonder what their sales would be if they slapped instead of a fighting game, it's like Ring Fit's that game. It's an exercise
Mhm.
game.
Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah, I want to get that. I want to play because it. I mean, it just looks more like a exercising game instead of a fighting game.
Hmm.
Sometimes,
Well,
because I know my ass will be breathing
the
heavy.
game also did like launch day one with like pro controller support, by the way, and anyone that plays that game competitively uses the pro controller because for those that don't know, doing the motion of punching
Mm-hmm.
actually is a delay for the game to register that you're doing the punch, whereas it's just pressing the button.
Mm-hmm.
So um, competitive wise,
That's.
you're going to be at a disadvantage using the Joy Cons.
But it would be funny to watch. Watching somebody start breathing heavy as hell, like, oh, I hope this round stops soon. That would be me.
So yeah, it came out in June. It definitely had the summer to itself, or at least this month of June to itself. And let me see here. There they are, the yellow Joy Cons.
Those are bright. Those are like pastel yellow. If I want
uh,
yellow, I want bright, the brightest neon you can give me. I want it to glow when I close my eyes.
let's see here. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Oh, this is it right here. Like we got to see battle mode, by the way, or versus mode.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, for those that don't know, Mario Kart 8, the Wii U version, has like the most shittiest battle mode in any Mario Kart, period, bar none. And then they fixed
Damn.
that for this game. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Like, I just can't. I can't. Let me just tell you about like the battle mode, okay? In battle mode, they tend to be like little small arenas because like everyone is like racing against each other and making contact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But what they ended up doing is I don't know if they ran out of time in development or something, but they were using courses for battle modes. So like they're long stretches where people are not interacting with each other. They're far away from each other.
That's boring.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's the worst battle mode in any Mario Kart ever. So they completely scrapped that and then went to, that what we
Yeah.
got, which is definitively better.
Thank God.
And by the way, I literally played this game like last week with some people, and it's definitely holds up from a gameplay perspective. It's just basically Street Fighter 2, but like HDified in this cool like 16 by 9 aspect ratio with like HD color or palettes and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
with also the ability to turn on like classic mode and make it 4 by 3 aspect ratio with
That's
old sprites. You can also play this optional game mode called Way of the Hado, where you can just be Ryu in first person and use the Joy Cons to throw Hadoukens.
that's cool. Okay, damn.
And then there's this 2v1 where you can like gang up on the AI. Um, So yeah, there's a lot of like cool like quality of life stuff that was happening here, like touchscreen support. It's definitely a worthwhile purchase, and even to this day. And I just want to let it be known that I've I played online on Street Fighter 2 and never lost a match. There you go.
All right. Big man is putting his crown up. Okay, mark the day. Tuesday, May the 3rd, 2020. Chakalaka said, I've never beat on Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like I actually stopped playing like obviously a long time ago, but like after I noticed that I was undefeated, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hold on to this undefeated crown and not risk
Okay. Okay,
and
fair.
just
Okay.
so I just want to let you know like it's not even that like that serious. It's more of like, well, I've played for like a couple of days online here and no one's beaten me, so I'm pretty sure like this I played it at launch by the way.
Hmm.
So when it comes to launch, you have like the general consumer base that's going to be online. So if online still exists for that game even to this day, if
The
I were to
sweaties.
play, it would only be left with sweaties and tryhards.
Ooh.
And
Never
I don't know if
mind.
I would I don't know if I would still win, but I won against casuals. So, yeah.
You know, when you meet that you go on to your favorite old fighting game and one person's online, never fight that person. Ever.
Yeah.
He's been waiting. It's been
Even weird.
84 years.
Yeah, so okay, yeah, Sonic, oh my God. Sonic Forces,
Mm.
what a shit show that was. Um, although I did get it for free on PlayStation Plus, but there it is.
Can't go wrong with free.
Yeah. All right. So overall, as far as announcements, like I said, just to recap, we got Arms, the new Joy-Con, Street Fighter, Mario Kart, Minecraft, Sonic Mania, Splatoon 2, which I guess is like the closer here. Um, so we get to see like some new swag and like basically some new like maps and obviously, let's see, let's some new amiibos, or just saying it supports the amiibos. I don't really know. I didn't. I just sort of
Yeah.
skimmed through it, but yeah, Splatoon 2 was shown. What are your thoughts grading wise?
If you liked Arms, you were probably really happy about it, but maybe like a 7,
That's where I
maybe?
was actually about to say. I was gonna say 7 because they fine-tuned like the design, right? They
Mm-hmm.
modernized the design and stuff like that. There were some good stuff to be had here, as far as like obviously they're hyping up Mario Kart, or hyping up the new franchise that is Arms. Hopefully, Arms 2 happens.
Hopefully.
Maybe they can call it Legs or something. I don't know.
Oh, I never want to reach through something and punch somebody more. That was such a dad joke. I had to see if Johnny was in the corner of your camera. Oh my god.
Uh,
Chakalaka, you test me every day, boy. Every day you test me, and I'm finding myself closer to God. But Arms 2, it's just chilling with Rise 2, so they're just chilling together. They're never gonna
there,
come out.
there it is.
Rest in peace, Scalebound as well.
Mm. Oh yeah, damn. I didn't
Hmm.
even get to. They didn't even get a chance to fly. So
There's a playable build somewhere out there, and when that Xbox drops, it's gonna be worth so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah,
all
but
right,
7. You
all
yeah.
right. 7. I agree. All right, now that that's the first Nintendo Direct for the Switch. Now let's move on to the first E3 for the Switch. So with this, I'll start playing it here. So with this, we have I got a big write up. I got a big juicy write up. First off, they open it up with the ad of
Of
just like
course.
I don't know this. It's like they're trying to make the Switch a lifestyle brand, which I'm not sure if I'm feeling that. By the way, like who goes
No.
to the gym and is like, yeah,
At your
like
Switch, yeah.
with the Joy Cons and stuff like that. Yeah,
Or like this
like
at a
this
car
is
show with your
uh
Joy-Cons.
yeah, for Rocket League. Yeah, let's do that. Like it's just so cringe and like just how we said like, oh, let's go outside and play basketball and then
Mhm.
stop pause to play NBA 2K, like,
Yes.
come on, like,
It's
I
the
don't.
it's I like the way it looks, but you're right. There is a thing where you can tell, oh, a boomer made this commercial. Not a millennial. And if a millennial had input, they cut 90% of it out. Yeah,
uh,
this
yeah.
grabbing the
Let me just
football
talk
to go
to
to the football field to play FIFA.
what the
Why
hell
is he?
is it? He was
Yeah, let me go to the skate park as well. Stop skating and go play FIFA.
plus, the brightness on that switch is not bright enough for daylight. Just want
Hell
to throw that
no.
out there.
You cannot see. Nobody's playing a goddamn game there.
Oh my god.
I really don't.
So
I
yeah,
never noticed that, but now that I notice it, it's thank you,
you
Chocolate. You've
can't
ruined
you
these.
can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Okay, but to be fair, like, I'm not gonna deduct points because of this.
Mm-mm.
Somehow I'm okay with it.
That's just the funny
Just want to throw
marketing of
it
it.
out. All
I
right.
also would like to
So
point out to some people, if you guys play Madden and FIFA on the Switch, if you go back to, I think, the most recent FIFA on Switch, or no, Madden on Switch, it has Madden 17 branding on it. So they just took all the assets and slapped it into new game.
make it as 18 and just put it
Yeah.
18. Yeah, like, yeah, they forgot to update the banners in
Hmm.
the in game, which is fucked up.
I would be so mad if I spent money and discovered that. I'd be like, ooh, wow, you really don't care.
Just take the source code from, like, Madden 2017 and put right click save as 2018 and hit
Oh,
enter.
oh my God. Sometimes it feels like these devs do that though. Let's not even lie. It's not a
I mean, I'm
gosh
sure
dang lie.
they had to do at least one thing minimum is they had to update the roster. So there's
Yeah. The gameplay
some
hasn't
effort.
changed that much.
Yeah. The engine
New,
hasn't changed, the
no,
textures hasn't changed. Yeah.
groundbreaking weather technology. Join the modern world.
By the way, in this Reggie's little monologue here, he was talking about, like, why we play. We play for fun and all that kind of stuff. By the way, very hype inducing kind of stuff.
We don't play
Um,
video games to be outside. I know the Switch is portable, but I'm not going outside.
Yeah, I only played the Switch outside once, and that was during the early, like, 2017 when I was, like, addicted to Breath of the Wild, and I just
Hmm.
happened to be at a park, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm done eating," because we were having, like, an outdoor, like, barbecue thing. It's like, "All right, I'm done eating," so just switch and just started playing
Switch. Yep.
outside.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, I can't see shit anymore, so I can't play outside.
It was a little dark. I was able to see because, like, I was in shade, but it was still kind of a little dark, uh,
Oh,
with the
what is
brightness
this?
all the way up. This is
9
Xenoblade
remake?
Chronicles. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I thought that was Final Fantasy 9.
Just want to let you know, Mithra, or sorry, that's Pyra actually. Pyra and Mithra, but Pyra is in Smash as well, by the
I
way.
remember because the internet also went crazy over that, and there was a lot of
You see this? You see
fan
this
art.
right here? Like, they had to change your costume. It's a
Yeah,
little,
I could see
it's a
some
little,
cheek meat,
they,
and you
they,
decide which
they,
cheeks.
what do you call it? They, like, added more clothing to
Hmm. Like,
her costume or whatever.
remember Tracer Overwatch, the controversy with her pose? Like, you know what?
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta stop right. Look at this. See what do you have to do that? Like, first off, there's a lot of, like, going on, but then the under,
Oh,
like, shooting up shot.
oh Lord Jesus, I can't find a fan. I feel like a church lady right now. Like, ooh, that's a lot of feels inappropriate to watch. Should we? Uh, have we reached a new level of our friendship?
I am surprised you don't just put, like, Pyra on your, like, next to, like, Bayonetta and Lady D as far as, like, people to simp over.
She seems like close to my height though, and Bayonetta's like 7 feet tall. Lady D's 9'6", so I like real
You
tall
can't.
women.
You want to look up to your women.
Exactly. I want to climb her like she's a tree. That's what I want. What's up, Hustle? How you doing on this fine Tuesday evening?
All right, so we have. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run down as we let this trailer play. I'm gonna run down like what happened here at E3, and I wanna. We have a little bit of a mini controversy to debate here.
Spill a
Uh,
tea.
all right, so Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Oh, sorry, whoops, wrong paragraph here. Rocket League was confirmed for the Switch. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle got announced, but it was leaked a week prior, which is really
Yes.
fucks up whenever like leaks give away the sauce.
Yep.
Um, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 trailer. Kirby Star Allies gets announced without the title. It was just Kirby. Um, a new core Pokemon game is in development for the Switch. That's all they said. They had like the creator. I'm gonna have it play later, but the creator of the Pokemon or the president of the Pokemon company saying on like at a table at a desk, just camera pointed at him. He said, "Yeah, we're working on a new core Pokemon game for the Switch."
Ooh.
And that's it. Like, really? That's all you can say? I mean, that's literally all they said, right? Because they were still making Pokemon games for the 3DS,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, whatever. So
Yeah.
they just said a new Pokemon game, a new core Pokemon game is in development. But I'm just putting my notes here that by the way, this is the Kirby game. Uh, I said it's gonna be later be revealed as Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't know that at the time. Now, as I said before
Pokemon.
about revealing stuff too early, all we had is a logo, but we had like the big like mic drop moment that was the reveal of Metroid Prime 4 in development, which 5 years later still hasn't materialized, but we
We don't talk
we're
about that.
you know part of people likes debates as to who won E3 that year was partially like Metroid Prime was announcement was partially responsible for that hype. It was
Oh yeah.
probably like the biggest mic drop moment this E3.
I
Um,
don't know if we covered if we weren't at level 1, but we might have had reactions to this because I feel like I remember some of this stuff
hmm.
way back when we were young. Now we're old and withering.
Right? Oh wow. It just seems like I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's like such a long time ago, but at the same time, it feels like yesterday too, right? It's like the Switch doesn't even feel that old. And you're about
2020
to get your
feels
first Switch too, so it's like, damn.
yes. And 2020 feels like it is last year, but it is 3 years ago coming up. Like, damn, that's time flies. Tempest Fugit.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because we're already like at my new job, we're already starting to talk about like the company Christmas party for
Oh
this
my
coming
god,
December.
I
Like
don't like that talk. It's
it's
just
like we're
starting to
in
get
May.
warm.
Yeah.
It snowed yesterday. It's just starting to get warm. Don't talk about
Oh,
Christmas again.
it's hot over here. It's starting to get hot over here. It's like it's summer starting, and it's
Oh,
like, oh, we should, you know, uh, it's already on. It's already looking at the next thing, and friggin', we're like, we're not even halfway into the year yet. It's like like we're more closer to last year's Christmas party than we are to the
right.
coming Christmas party. Here's the Pokemon company that let me say soon. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me see here. What's this
I
guy's
was
name? I
like,
didn't even know
that
his
was a
name.
long one.
Okay, let's go here. His name is, let's see here, Sunekazu Ishihara.
Yeah,
Did not know that
Tsunekazu
name.
Ishihara. That's
Um,
my brain is like, you know Japanese. Come on, think of this. I was like, I that's a lot of words right there. I can't think.
so yeah, all he is just, oh, you caught me while I'm at my desk writing notes for nothing, like.
Mhm. That cheesy shit.
Yeah. So he's they're just basically talking about like the Pokemon and it's gonna be on the Switch. By the way, I guess either this was announced or previously announced or just re-announcing. I don't know, but obviously this came out like pretty much early on. It's Pokken Tournament, which was a Wii U game.
Yeah.
Um, Funny enough, this is the definitive version, obviously because it's the Switch, it's the port. But more importantly, it came out in the arcades as well because it was a collaboration with Bandai and Namco because like it's a Tekken formula,
Mm,
right?
yep.
And it came out in arcades in Japan, like actual arcades because they don't exist here in America. Um,
They
and
don't.
what's kind of funny is the arcades got DLC characters that never came to the Wii U. Why did they do that? Who the fuck knows? I cannot explain
That's
why
some
the
backwards.
arcades get patches but consoles don't. But
Cause you know,
I mean, it would be easier to patch in a console. Just throwing that out there. Um, so
we both
then,
know that.
we have the patch that never came to stateside, but because it was being re-released on the Switch, those DLC characters made it to the Switch. So that's how we got to get the definitive fighting game version of Pokken. So
Makes
plus, I think it
sense.
ran at a better frame rate on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
I could be wrong. And this is the creme de la creme, like announcement that was like, oh my god! You can see like reactions videos on
Yo,
YouTube of everyone's like flipping their shit and everything like that. This is literally all we have to this day. Like this image,
yeah.
this this JPEG, moving JPEG that is Metroid Prime 4.
You know what? I'm not even like a. I've only played one Metroid, but even I am still. I'm like I'm getting more and more upset every year that goes by. I was like, okay, I haven't played it. Why ain't you dropping this game? I'm getting mad for these people.
Oh, I even
It
put
really
first
is
look. Oh yeah.
all we
Now
have.
we remember how we loved like Yoshi's Woolly World?
Mm-hmm.
Like Yoshi's Woolly World was so cute, and I showed you those little stop motion animated stuff.
So cute.
Yoshi's Crafted World is even cuter. Like, like
I'm glad I have
straight
glasses
up.
on because you can't see these little tears building up. Oh, this is cute.
Like big time, like they went ham on the art style, and like everything is like it's called Yoshi's Crafted World, and everything right there is like looks like handcrafted like dioramas that like with like cardboard and like you can
So
see the paper
cute.
mache and like just it looks like a toy set, like somebody like got one of them like scissors and started cutting cardboard and started
Mm-hmm.
getting some markers and like coloring it in and stuff like that. You can see just how like insane it was, like in terms of attention to detail. By the way, this is the early first look of the game. This is like the game was still in development at the time. The game looked even better when it launched.
Oh.
So I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I know which
Like, look
games
at
I'm
that.
getting.
Look at this. Like, you see how like they look like somebody hand drew, like they're like, like it
Oh,
just so like it's
that's so cute.
they lean even more into it in the final release. Like it's so good. By the
These
way,
must be fun games to work on.
look at this. It didn't even have a title yet. Yoshi's Crafted World didn't even have a title. They're like Yoshi.
They gotta stop doing that, man. Yes.
What? Yeah, like no titles. Just
No, because my brain
uh,
doesn't want to be guessing. My brain, my
uh,
brain is already shot. If I'm watching, like you said, I could watch somebody play a game from start to end in a walkthrough or a live stream. And by the time I go to play that game, my brain will be so have forgotten what happened that it's a whole new experience to me.
yeah, I think during this E3, like they did. Okay, so they did the E3 like Nintendo Direct, and then they did the
Mhm.
Treehouse Live. And during the Treehouse Live, they actually played a level like in real, like on stage, you
Oh,
know.
that's
And it
true.
was a really good. It was a really good level too, by the way. Um, and so yeah, we got Yoshi's Crafted World. Got to announce without a title. There was a Breath of the Wild expansion pass. Then we're getting Fire Emblem Warriors Deep Dive, which is, I think this might have been it right here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, this is Fire Emblem Warriors. Basically, remember how we talked about Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
It's the same company that made Hyrule Warriors and Dynasty Warriors, and just made Fire Emblem Warriors. It's just basically Muso games. I believe, is that what it's called, Muso? No, I can't be. I could be wrong. Anyways, it's just basically hack and slash games that are just with like a bunch of like enemy AI, like you're just mowing through like a lawnmower, and but this time with the Fire Emblem skin on it. So yeah.
Everybody has to have them. They're not bad games. It's just Dynasty Warriors is living a sad, crippled life right now.
I haven't seen a Dynasty Warriors in a long time.
Oh no, they're still around. They're still making them, but they're just off.
Uh,
Awful.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god. Remember this.
AJ Onuma is announcing some Breath of the Wild skin costume on Skyrim.
You
Ah,
know what? I shouldn't hate because all I play is Elder Scrolls Online, but I probably still buy Skyrim for the Switch. I know I shouldn't though, even like my sixth time buying it, but like god damn it, what's wrong with this game?
oh my god. This game isn't the first person yet. You barely get to see that, but there you go. Master Sword. I completely forgot that that was the well, this was an announcement here.
Mm-hmm.
Um we have the Breath of the Wild expansion pass. It came released in
Bro.
two waves, which is this
Mhm.
is the first wave this summer. During the summer, we have like the first story expansion, and the second in December during the Game Awards, or just before the Game Awards, the second expansion came out. We have like new costumes, new masks and stuff like that.
Oh, look at
New
him.
quality of life improvements and stuff like that. Harder master mode, yeah. There was a lot of different things that they added here for the. Oh my god.
Why does that seem so awfully brutal?
uh, so yeah,
Just
there was
the Master Trials, yeah.
yeah, and then ooh, some cool stuff there. Oh, Amiibo,
Oh yeah?
which is it the Amiibo? Let's see here. DLC pack, DLC, huh? Okay. Yeah, there we go. The Amiibo. There we are. I don't even
Yeah.
know what they do in the game to tell you the truth, because I have them, but I never really cared about using them.
Uh they open some of them are just chest things. Like a random
Mm.
chest will drop. Like okay. Or a
I
special
just want to
weapon, it
like.
depends who it is.
I just want to look. I just wanted to point out that this looks wrong.
Oh, okay. Why'd they do my girl Rosa like that? Also, for those who want a little weird tidbit, the voice actress for Urbosa, whatever you like to call her, the hot milk mom, milfy mom
Mhm.
of Breath of the Wild,
Mm.
her voice actress is Weiss's sister in the Ruby anime made by Rooster Teeth, which I did not know until somebody pointed it out. I was like, damn, these are two very beautiful women. Winter Schnee is who she plays.
The fact that you know Urbosa's name makes me think. Did you already play Breath of the Wild?
I've played parts of it. I've never played it
Mm.
fully because I was playing with my friend and he's like, just take over. I didn't want to. You like to do all the. I love Assassin's Creed. I like to do all the in between shit. So that's what I did.
Mm.
Just the small shit.
Ah, okay. I was like, nice. I was like, because I think I might have already said this story, but people. The Switch day one was really hard to find. I think I even said that it even had 102% attach rate because people were
Mm
buying Breath of the Wild without the Switch, in preparation of eventually getting a Switch.
hmm. Mm hmm.
But some people were impatient that GameStop was selling out of used Wii U's because people wanted to play Breath of the Wild. So they were like convincing people to like, hey, we have a Wii U in stock, and there you go.
Get away from me. Get away from
uh,
me, Wii U.
all right, let's
Arm.
see here.
Arms
Next
tournament,
up.
man. This is the only Switch game I have, actually.
Hmm.
I
Eve's
love
Gimons.
Yves. Oh. If there's ever a
I
man
think
I
it
want to
was.
meet, it's him. He just seems
I
like.
think there was a creator, like one of the developers. He had like one of those like mic drop moments at E3 because at the Ubisoft press conference they were showing this game, and I think he had like a tear in his eye on stage, and he was like, "It's my pleasure, it's my honor to get to work with Nintendo and get to make this game." And like he welcomed to the stage Shigeru Miyamoto, and he came up, and they were like, it was like this big like, you know, I don't know, crowd pleasing moments and stuff like that, where
Mm-hmm.
he was, yeah,
I mean,
he could tell he was a Nintendo fan, and he was very happy that he got to work with Nintendo. And also, like when he pitched it to Nintendo, um, like he made like a prototype of the game, like an early build, and he made the Mario and Luigi models like himself because nobody owns these models but Nintendo. It's their assets, right?
yep.
And then like Nintendo was like, "Where did you get these assets?" He's like, "Oh, I made them." He's like, "Oh." congratulations, you got the job, sir. Like, like,
Jesus. Oh my god. You- When
yeah,
you're good, and real
yeah,
recognize real.
yeah.
Jesus. Are
So,
they
yeah,
really about to do a mini Rocket League tournament in the middle?
did they? Let me see here.
Oh no. I
No,
thought
they're just
okay,
showing.
there's
They're
five
just
more.
announcing. They're just announcing it.
This looks like
Here's Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Mario Odyssey, and this is like again we only saw like a little bit of it during the January presentation, right? Because we saw the trailer and it was just Mario like running around. We
Hmm.
had no idea about Cappy, like zero idea about Cappy.
Yeah.
Um, they finally revealed
Yahoo!
what the gimmick is, and they actually like in the first trailer they never showed Mario capturing anything. And
Hmm.
so in this trailer, we finally get to see, that in action where you can take over an enemy or whatever. And, that's kind of the big thing. Obviously, this is a really good trailer, by the way. Um, yeah, I definitely, yeah, so good. Just by the way, the fluidity, like the movement, it's so. Oh my god, I love those 2D parts and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely one of those like, yeah, there we go.
Yep, there's Frog.
He's like, "Oh my god, like this is a mind bend." I'm like, yeah.
Nintendo encouraging Mario's drug use. Oh, the stash on everything though. Oh,
Yeah.
not the rocket ship
eh,
with a mustache.
Now you're even lava, like see, he's electricity and yeah, I definitely do appreciate it. By the way, I think there was like people were trying to do make a like a mini little controversy about it that really didn't stick, but they were like cultural appropriation,
I
you know.
remember that. Yep. It's like chill. It's a kid's game. Chill.
uh, so
Why are people weird
yeah.
about shit, man?
Oh my god, I love this boss fight, by the way. Like
That
you,
one
you
was
know that you know that thing where it's like quit hitting yourself, quit hitting yourself.
mm-hmm.
Like you're like there's these two hands and you just cappy onto one of the hands and you take over and you just like and so it's so good.
Nintendo knows
I
a joke
love
and knows how
that.
to run with it. Let's yeah.
I, I really do love that by the way. It's like it's the one boss fight that I remember like to this day. Um oh my god.
I
uh,
remember everybody was thirsting over Paulina for the new Donk City songs. Like, y'all need to chill.
oh, when he just takes over T-Rex is amazing by the way. And just when he captures the tank, by the way, like it it feels like it turns into a different game. Like when you're controlling a tank in take mode, it's like
Hmm.
this weird like third person action adventure thing going on.
Oh, that's strange.
But
Oh.
yeah, also soundtrack slaps. Yeah.
Soundtrack absolutely slaps. I can't
All
wait to
right, let's
play
see.
it.
And that was the closer. Was Mario Odyssey. So now I did say a little mini controversy. I'm gonna
Hmm.
hold off, but I want to grade it as is, and then maybe the grade will change after I tell you what
Hmm.
I've been holding back. But what do you think?
Still like a seven. Actually,
Really?
Odyssey,
Yeah.
because I'll give it 8.5.
I was going with an 8, actually. I was
Yeah.
thinking 8. I was a
C-
little
Yeah.
mildly happy with it, but like it wasn't like, oh my god. I wasn't like gushing over it like Head Over Feels like it's not a 9, but it
No.
definitely has a strong thing. It's a strong outing because you got like, we basically got good content basically for the rest of the year because we have like Mario and Rabbids, we got Xenoblade Chronicles, we got Kirby, let's see this. We have
Crafted World.
Crafted World.
That
I was
was
trying
the
to stick
most
away from
important thing.
I was trying to stay away from like 2018 titles, so that's why I skipped over Kirby and Crafted World. So I was trying to think of what was the rest of the year looking like. So for 2017, we got obviously new DLC for Breath of the Wild. We got Cappy, Mario Odyssey. So yeah, that's definitely a lot going on for just the back half of 2017. So it's definitely
Yeah.
looking strong. And then, of course, like I said, like even beyond 2017, you have Kirby Star Allies. We got Crafted World, and I believe Fire Emblem Warriors might have been a 2018 game,
And
or if
so,
not 2017. So basically, all things strong. So that's why I was gonna say 8. It doesn't really like make my spidey senses tingle
hmm,
overall, but definitely good.
yeah, could be
Um,
worse.
Now, here's the thing, and this is the biggest. This is my big. What the fuck happened? Why did you? Who made this decision? Who needs to get fired? They continued on into the direct, and they started immediately going into their Treehouse Live, which is a stage show where like people are on stage.
Hmm.
They generally tend to be developer interviews where
Hmm.
like they're kind of a little dry and people tune out, because they're not really interested in watching developer interviews. Um, and in previous years past, and, they've broken news, right? They've showed off extra fighters in Smash that weren't previously revealed in the trailer just before the direct, right? They were
Hmm.
like, we didn't tell you this, but Pac-Man is in Smash, that kind of stuff or whatever, or Mega Man. They wasn't part of the package trailer, but it's like here it is now. So it's not like they haven't conditioned people to tune in to see something new, but generally speaking, people can skip it, and IGN will get you covered and tell you the headline, and then you won't feel like you missed out.
Hmm.
Um, so why would you go out of your way and announce a new Metroid game during your Treehouse Live?
Oh, oh, well, who made that
Yeah, there
decision?
we go. There we go. Okay. So, true story, they announced Metroid Prime 4 as a logo,
Mhm.
and then that's it. And then the Treehouse Live that most people don't tune into, they were like, and a new 3DS Metroid game is coming out, like coming out in a couple of months, and we're playing it live on stage. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I have questions for whoever made that decision. Why? Okay, it doesn't take my opinion of the showdown. It's still like 8.5. It does take my opinion of the people in charge. That calls to question what the people in charge of these shows are doing.
Hmm.
It was probably a publicity stunt or maybe like a marketing thing. Let's put this another big announcement into here so people will actually tune into the treehouse so we don't lose viewers as we're doing it. That's all I can think of that move would have
Yeah.
been.
But I will say this. Let me just. I've been looking at my notes here, and I'm gonna just skim through this. It's a 24-minute direct, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm like just like using this preview window and I'm looking at it. Um, every single game on this direct is a Switch title, and there is zero mention of the 3DS in this direct. Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, with Metroid Samus Returns, which is that's the name of the game,
Mm-hmm.
Metroid Samus Returns being a 3DS title, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Also, you're trying to put all your marketing beats, marketing dollars, publicity, all behind the Switch. So, do you think that that was the right call to make? In that, when you factor in that,
I mean, it's gotta be the right call to make at that point because you want to shed all that trauma of the previous gen, even though, 3DS did so much. Shed that trauma of that and the Wii U and just go for it.
Mm.
What's the worst that could happen? You're already in dire straits if it doesn't work out, so you just close.
Yeah, go third party like Sega, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, like that's basically where we were at. So like I guess all the marketing push was by now the Switch is already a bona fide success. So they didn't have to lean on the 3DS like I did on the previous direct, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a little bit 50-50, or not actually, I'm a little bit more against this. Like even with knowing that, right? Even with knowing that they were trying to do all of the marketing push to the Switch, I still think that they should have announced Metroid: Samus Returns on the direct itself.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they had gameplay, right? They
Hmm.
had a gameplay that was the game was almost basically done by the time because it was gonna what it came out in October, I think, and it was already June, so they were 5 months out. I'm pretty sure the game was just going through polish by that time.
Oh yeah.
Um, so and also by the way, Mercury Steam, I believe that's the name of the developer. They did such a good job with the game. And this Metroid: Samus Returns was a remake, by the way, of the Game Boy Game Boy game. They did such a good job, and Nintendo was so happy that they gave them the ability to make a new Metroid game, a new 2D Metroid game, which we got it last year. Or was I believe was it last year or was it, yeah, we got it last year in
Dread.
October. Metroid Dread. So yeah.
Wow. I, there's so many times I just, while we're doing this and while we're doing other stuff, that I question Nintendo's decision making and how they literally saved the gaming industry and are still around because they make some decisions that, I don't know. I don't know. I have questions, Your Honor.
Yeah. I like how like they announced two Metroid games in the same day, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then when then the one game comes out and the game is still in development hell, and then that game basically essentially gets a sequel, which is Metroid Dread, which is with the same developers, it's practically a sequel. And then that
Yeah.
game also comes out before the game in development hell comes out.
Not a good look. Not a great look.
Granted, 2D games and 3D games are completely different animals and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I will say people were bitching that it was coming to the 3DS because people were already on to the next one when it came to the Switch. That where people were like, "Why didn't this come to the Switch?" You know, I don't want people. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. People were bitching at any game that was announced with the 3DS.
Yes.
Why is it not coming to the Switch? So
Because
throwing that out there.
70 million units before you even bought your Switch. So support the people that supported you.
Hmm.
70. That's a
Yeah, I think I'll keep the 8. I don't think I'm gonna deduct a point just because something wasn't there that literally
yeah.
was there 5 minutes later. Um, but yeah, I would say, I guess the two Metroid games combined, I would say that the Treehouse maintained its relevancy for this year, and also they were able to um, win E3, which whatever that means.
Yeah. Who knows what that means anymore?
All right. Next up is September of 2017. We are. It's the final Nintendo Direct of 2017. They have gotten into the cadence of just three a year. One in the spring, one for E3, and then one in the fall.
Hell yeah.
Um, So I like that cadence. It makes my job easier,
Yes.
obviously. What we are going to be talking about here is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which gets announced. Which again, the Switch is already a thing, but we're getting the Swan songs, the goodbye
Mm-hmm.
to the 3DS in terms of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are sequels to Sun and Moon, which is instead of I'm a little bit like I kind of hate them for it because back in my day, it used to be one sequel. It used to be three games, right? It used to be red and blue, then yellow, gold and
Mm-hmm.
silver, then crystal. But
Back in my
then
day. Uh-huh.
Nintendo had to be greedy and then had to do instead of doing when they did black and white, instead of doing Pokemon Gray, they make black 2 and white 2. Like
Bruh.
who'd yeah. Then that fucked everything up. Okay, like why only make one more third version of the game when we can make two versions of the other game and just make even more money? Like
You're asking the
just
true questions, man.
just like I hate that. Like it just really grinds my gears.
And that's the old man rant of the day. Because when he said back in my day, you got me. I was trying not to giggle at you. But this man said
Yeah,
back in my day.
I mean, I'm guessing you're not much of a Pokemon fan, but like
uh, I used to play them. I haven't played them in a very long time. But I appreciate, and I haven't, I watched the anime back in the day. I haven't watched it since. I appreciate that Nintendo, where, or Pokemon, where a lot of like Monster Rancher and other games like that have failed, that they have continued to strive and
Mm.
Just set new boundaries every year that they come out.
I would say this might be like the best starters that they've had since Gen 1.
Wow.
Like I do like the starters. There's Litten, which is like a fire kitten. He's lit, you know? Litten.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Lynn.
I'm guessing you did not know the names of the Pokemon, by the way.
I only know like some the original ones, Gen 1.
Okay, Gen 1, like
Beyond that, I'm like,
Charmander,
yeah,
Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Yeah, right. Okay.
my Squirtle.
I love the meme, by the way. He's like, if she did not start with one of these, like, and it was Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, she's too
Yeah.
young for you.
She way too young for you. Like
uh,
who was I think it might have been Xbox's show last year, the year before, because I remember we watched it at level 1. So it might have been this year's whatever. There was a kid, and I was like, he doesn't look very old. He had to be in his mid-teens, and I was like, if he says that they're talking about Halo, I'm like, if he says that his first Halo was Halo 4, I'm leaving, and you guys can do the show on your own because he is way too young to be on here. And sure enough, Halo 4 is like, all right, I gotta go. That boy is too young to be talking about video games to me. Talking about great Halos when his first was 4. Bitch. I may be just playing them now, but I played Combat Evolved before. Sorry, that was my old man rant of the day.
There we go. Now you know how it feels like.
Back in my day, well.
By the way,
Dude,
look at this. The new 2DS XL Pokeball Edition. There it is.
I'd be mad as hell, man.
Uh, all right. So this one seems to have a lot of 3DS games for some reason.
The last
Uh,
ditch effort.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, which is a remake of a Game Boy Advance game,
Oh,
Superstar Saga.
interesting.
So yeah, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which RIP to this team, the developers. I forgot the name of the developers, but they closed. So
Oh,
sucks for them.
that
Um,
sucks.
um, the Bowser's Minions, like plus Bowser's Minions, like an extra campaign that they added to the game to make it worth your while for those that already played it. Then we got Minecraft for the 3DS, which, by the way, um, if I'm not mistaken, oh, this is a 45-minute direct. Jesus. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
damn.
some new
Okay.
amiibos. Let's see. Some Kirby stuff. All right, I'm gonna go back to my notes here. Minecraft for the 3DS was announced, and surprisingly, oh, I mean not surprisingly, it was a new 3DS exclusive, meaning
Of
that it
course.
had to run on the original. Not it couldn't run on original hardware. I had
Hmm.
explained about like the better processor on the new 3DSs. Um, Even with the new 3DSs, it's still reviewed poorly. Like IGN's review was saying like it had shitty draw distance. It was like very slow and very like clunky. It just couldn't. The 3DS wasn't up to the task of running that game. So
Jeez. It's Minecraft.
I know, right? You would think that Minecraft can run on like literally a toaster, but apparently
It's
not.
not Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem can run on a pregnancy test. That's probably one of my favorite videos from this that I've seen this year. Duke Nukem running on a pregnancy test. What's up?
I like how like the by the way,
Professor Layton.
I like how the headline is "Get Crafty" on the new 3DS systems. That's obviously Minecraft, so I
Yeah.
know how far to skip forward into it. But yes,
I love Professor
Professor
Layton
Layton.
games. I've never played these. These are the Layton Mysteries, which is I think his granddaughter or someone younger than him takes over. Damn, I need to get into them.
So let me see. This is
Oh, that's the ugliest UI I've ever seen in a Minecraft.
which by the way, I don't even know why you need to have the UI on there because there's a bottom screen. Why not just have your
Yeah.
health on the bottom screen? But yeah, like it definitely was a very much like very much I would say an eyesore a little bit. I don't
Yeah,
know. It just
a wee bit.
a wee bit, yeah. Um, Mario Party, the top 100. Not a good. Okay.
Ooh.
People were bitching about this game because obviously number one, it came to the 3DS, not to the Switch, but
Mhm.
it was the one of the worst Mario parties to ever Mario Party, and that's worse than Mario Party 10, by the way, because 10
Oh
was
my
the
god.
worst one. Um, what makes Mario Party good in the sense is the context, because it's a board game, right? You're playing it, and there's the board gives you the context for what's at stake for the mini games.
Mm-hmm.
So what if we just strip that out and just
Oh
make it only mini games?
well. Well, I don't know.
Enter Mario Party the top 100, which is the top 100 mini games of the entire series from 1 through 10. Just mini game competitive.
Okay,
That's it.
that's what we
And
want. Just boss rush all the time.
yeah, and what's kind of interesting is like um you have I don't know if you need to have four copies of of the game or four. I mean, you have to have four 3DSs, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like if everyone has to have their own copy, then you're not going to do this what we're seeing here. This is not going to exist,
No,
you know. So, yeah,
that's why
it's
it makes me
yeah.
wonder how they're still in business sometimes with their marketing.
This game flopped, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Um
Yeah.
so again, no one asked for that. We have new 3DS. I, if I'm not mistaken, the 2DS might have been announced here. Here, let me see. We got some interesting Atlas Games, Radiant Historia. Never heard of that franchise. Let's
Mm.
see, Capcom, Nintendo. Okay, here we go. So the new 2DS XL. There were two colors. I think it was like a black and blue one, and now a new orange color gets announced. So
Oh,
there we go. Ooh,
creamsicle.
I like that October is the launch, and it's orange is
Yep.
consistent with like pumpkins and fall, and there you
They got
go.
one thing right.
We got the timing is good. Um, so we got so that's it for the 3DS. I guess the first 10 minutes were just 3DS headlines, and then they're gonna go to the Switch. They'd switch over to the Switch. Um, let's see here. So for the Switch, the announcements that I have on my notes: Snipper Eclipse Plus, Breath of the Wild Champions Amiibo, new Mario Odyssey trailer with more worlds were shown. That's it for my notes. So interesting. I guess this must be. I want to say Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm assuming. I hope I'm right on that one. Let me see. Maybe not. Maybe not. Mhm. Wow, this is a long trailer. Oh
That's a
yeah, this is Xenoblade Chronicles
long
2.
trailer. God damn.
Yes. Yeah. So we got Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's see here. Let's use the time codes and see what else. We have. Oh, well, that's a lot of stuff here.
Oh my
So
god.
Snipper Eclipse, Rocket League, Arena of Valor, Skyrim, Doof and Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, Flip Wars. We'll check that out here. Uh, Champions Amiibo here. Oh, they got dated. Okay, that's right. They got shown at E3, but they didn't have a date.
Mm.
Let's see here. NBA 2K, Octopath Traveler, working title. uh, ARMS version 3 update. So yeah, definitely. Mario Odyssey Switch. Okay, a Mario Odyssey Special Edition got announced with the carrying case inside included, and these colors were exclusive to this bundle. Like
God
you
damn.
can't buy these separately unless you live in Japan. That's the only place you can buy them separately, which I imported from
Of
Japan.
course. Okay, Daddy Warbucks, what's up?
Um, yeah, I just thrown that out there. To
Is
be
Are
fair,
any of us surprised?
to be fair, I did not personally import them from me. It was my Christmas present to my nephew, since red is his favorite color. And
Oh,
the neon red Joy Cons were not red. They were basically pink. Like I don't know if you actually seen neon red Joy Cons, but
Yeah, they're not red. I'm
they're
colorblind and
not.
they're not red.
Yeah, they're not. They're not red. Yeah. So these Mario Odyssey red. By the way, there are 3 red Joy Cons. By the way, if not maybe 4, possibly 3 for sure. There's neon red. There's this Mario Odyssey red, and then there was Super Mario red, which is like
It's a bit
I
of
don't know
a
how to explain it.
deeper red.
Let's there we go. Let's do it. I'm gonna do this. Let's see here. Images. All right. So these are the neon red Joy-Cons, obviously, as we can see them here. And
Mm-hmm.
then let's go to level 1 gaming here. Actually, you know what? I can do this. Let's see here. Let's do Nintendo. Let's do Nintendo Switch. Let's see what comes up.
Ooh,
All
probably so
right, here we
much.
go. I hope I can find it here. Why not? Because why not? You know what? Let's do it better. I got a better way of searching it out here. I got this.
You
Let's
got
see. So I wish there was a way of like searching by author, which there is, but you have to click on the author's name instead of like just doing a top search, whatever. Here we go.
Oh my god.
So this special edition Switch got announced, and this red on the Joy Cons
Mm-hmm.
is not the same red as the Mario Odyssey red or neon red.
Oof. And I
It's
bet
a
you
different
knowing
shade.
Nintendo, it's an exclusive Pantone that they've had made for themselves.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. Images. All right. Let's see if I can get a good look at them. But yeah, these are not the same. They're not the same.
No. That is so ooh, Nintendo. I I get it, Nintendo, but goddamn, why do you have to do that to people?
There we go. So yeah, as you can see how this is much a more darker red,
Mm-hmm.
and like this is like a more like happier Mario red, I guess is how to explain it. Like it's yeah, not the same. As you can see from just yeah. And the neon red is basically bright red to the point where it borderline pink. So it's like you can have all 3 of them next to each other.
Oh my god.
uh,
Nintendo going
and
above and beyond here.
by the way, there is they made neon pink Joy-Cons, by the way.
And I bet you look the exact same. Oh wow, that's purple. Like that is so pink it's purple. Because it has blue in it now, so it's purple. Damn.
All right, hold on. I have them by the way. Oh look, those are the this is every Joy-Con color by the way. There's this purple right here on the purple here and purple there. Second on the top, second one, bottom on the far right, second one from the right. Like those are the purple ones.
It's
Um
not purple.
it's
Mm-mm.
fuchsia. It's fuchsia.
Pretty
I don't know
it's fuchsia.
what
It's close. Actually fuchsia is more neon.
So look, from the left to the right on the top row, we got neon pink, purple, blue, neon green, neon yellow. Don't know that one. I don't know what it's officially called name
Mhm.
wise. I want to just go with yellow, question
Mm,
mark, orange. I don't know. So that one's whatever. Neon red and then gray. There you go. And that's not even all of them, by the way.
oh
That's
my
not
god.
that's not the Mario Odyssey is not on there. The Mario Odyssey Red, the Super Mario is not on there, and of course the special editions ones like the Animal Crossing one, the Legend of Zelda
Mm-hmm.
one, yeah, the Fortnite ones, so
Oh,
the Smash
Jesus.
ones.
Oh my
Like
god.
you can literally have like I don't know 20 pairs of Joy Cons if you
That's
want to own them
crazy,
all.
man. That's crazy.
I'm sorry I got us on this on this segue here, but uh,
No.
there we
It's
go.
crazy, man. Jesus. Only Nintendo
Um,
would do it though.
I know, right? And then the worst part is all of them break.
Of
Like
course.
that's the worst part is they have Joy-Con drift. Um, so the best way to
Can't
keep
have
your
nice
Switches
things.
is the best way to keep your Joy-Cons working is to not use them. So
Oh,
there you go.
that's
The more you know.
that's a sad statement, but so true.
So um, so overall, I think they kind of they've got their worst news out of the way in the first 10 minutes, right? They
Mhm,
focused on the 3DS. So Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was like their best foot forward as far as 3DS goes, and then they quickly like fell on their ass with
mhm.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Probably a good game, but nobody was really hyped for that. Minecraft reviewed poorly, but whatever.
Mhm.
Mario Party the top 100 flopped. So we got a Pokemon 2DS XL and an Orange Spice White 2DS XL. We got
Mhm.
a new Switch with Mario Odyssey in digital code included with Mario Odyssey Joy Cons and a Mario Odyssey carrying case.
Yeah.
So we got that. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one. I would say Pokemon and Mario Odyssey were the only two big things here, and one of them was already announced.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I take that back. Yeah, one of them was definitely announced, but Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is really much Sun and Moon, but just again, I
Yeah.
guess.
I just enjoy it again.
Yeah.
Uh,
So really, not a whole lot of new here.
no, not a lot of new.
This might be the bad
Um,
one here. I'm gonna give it a 6.
no, yeah, like 5.5, 6.
Yeah. By the way, Snipper Eclipse Plus, I didn't mention it previously here, but Snipper Eclipse came out, was a day one launch title, but it was only on the digital store for the Switch.
Nice.
Um, since it was digital only, it is what it is. It was successful. People liked the game. People were raving about it. So much so that they made a physical release. So that's why it's called Snipper Eclipse Plus, because it's the physical retail version that had
Mhm.
DLC in it. And if you it retail for $30, and Snipper Clips, the game, and digital retail for $20. And so those that wanted the extra content that came in the plus, you can pay the $10 difference and get the DLC. So
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
fair.
Yeah. Um, before we start wrapping it up because our time is fast approaching, y'all. Tell us what you think of these Nintendo shows, because they're getting fewer, but there's more content put into them for us to talk about,
Hmm.
and what you would like to see us cover in the future. Because we do come back and read comments and all that stuff. We hope you guys have enjoyed this show. What else do we have before we head out? Chakalaka, you looking good over there. My God, those are some huge ass legs. I was
uh,
struck by the leg size.
just want to say that you know, I'm happy that the Switch got Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I just wish that, at least with Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, I just wish that they were able to make it come out day and date. Or I think, did Doom 2 come out? It's on the Switch. I'm not sure,
Think so?
but I think it did. But if it didn't, wait, no, it did. It did. Doom 2 did come out on the Switch. Oh, I wanted to talk about this one.
Hmm.
Uh, it just came out like later. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's one of the things that sucks is that the Switch had to be optimized and it took so much longer. So instead of holding back the release date of the other platforms, they held it back on the Switch and came out later. So pretty sure it didn't help the sales because it was already old news by the time the Switch came out, or the Switch version came out.
But
Um,
Skyrim. So I have a firm belief, or even if I think this might have been announced this year or 2019, Persona 4 Golden. That's a PlayStation 2 game, and you goddamn right I bought it as soon as it came out on PC. So
oh yes,
people are just gonna, if they really want it, they'll get it.
yeah. This is the last thing here I forgot to mention. I wanted to bring up Flip Wars. It's basically like you ground pound and you're trying to own the colors of the tiles. You're trying to flip the tiles to your color,
Mm.
and it looks like a little fun little party game where it's just like shenanigans and stuff like that. So it's kind of like ground pound in Splatoon. I guess is like the best way to
And
explain it.
it looks like it might be a friendship ender at one point, though. I could see that happening. I really could. You know how people get.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So actually, we only ended up only covering 1 year, so that's interesting. We took us an hour and a half to do three of them. Granted, I will say the E31 was juicy AF.
It
Though,
was juicy. Well, like I said,
yeah.
there's fewer shows, but there's more packed into them now, so it's exciting to watch them.
You know what? My reactions to the 45-minute ones, I take them back. I take them
Right?
back. I think they might have justified them. They might have been justified when it was all said and done, especially when we're waiting literally like 4 months in between each of these things.
4 months is
So
a very long time in in development world.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, these arcade classics, whatever. Not a not a fan.
Yeah.
Um, it's just emulation. Anyways, so yes, Hugger, you can go ahead and sign us out. Do your thing.
I want to also announce, if y'all didn't see it today, Embracer, Crystal got bought by Embracer, and the Prince of Persia game has been turned over officially now back to Ubisoft,
Hmm.
which is surprising, but not surprising because people keep roasting it for looking like a PS2 game. And they did that game wrong, but that's besides the point. If you want to see more of us, Wednesdays 2XP, we're doing our gosh dang thing. Thursdays, it's either happy hour or 2XP. Fridays, nothing. Saturdays, nothing. Sunday, Starcrossed Gamers. Johnny and Baron are doing their thing, being some awesome, handsome men with dad jokes to fill. Monday, 15 minutes of fame, and Tuesday, back to the sexiest show on Level 1 Gaming. I'm the floor hugger. I hope you guys are at least taking my advice from last week's 2XP and just finishing a game in your backlog. You don't even have to start a new one. The one that you left halfway through, because I know you left a game somewhere. Go play it and enjoy your week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Chakalaka, what do you need the people to know about you this week?
Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm playing The Last of Us again for the first time in 8 years. I'm gonna talk about my thoughts about revisiting The Last of Us on Ready Press Play this week. So tune in this week when I talk about it. There you go. Podcast services, Ready Press Play.
Hell yeah. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter account as well so you know everything and where everything's going and all the juicy details. But we will see you guys next Tuesday for another Cogs in the Machine where we'll do part 2 of Tomb Raider, which I'm excited for.
Ooh, you're leading that one. I'm very, very happy on that. I don't get to, the burden is not on me anymore.
Well, the next one I'm planning is you get to sit back for probably more than Tomb Raider. You'll sit back for multiple parts and just chill and vibe. Because you're handsome, you don't need to work that hard. We'll see you guys on the next episode, Cogs, or tomorrow. We love you. Thank you for supporting us. Bye, guys.